Hi, in this tutorial, we will have a look at webhooks. What are webhooks? So, webhook is nothing but a script which is called from the system, and this webhook is hosted on your server. For example, you have a website abc.com and you want to know, or rather, your developer wants to build some automation around the payments. So when UroPay receives the payment or when UroPay completes the order, then this webhook will be called with certain parameters, and those parameters are listed out in the documentation section. Webhooks need to be configured on your server. It can be in PHP, Python, Rust, JavaScript, Node, anything you want. Your developer will be able to tell you more about it. But in short, webhooks enable accepting information from third-party services and processing it for your own need. Like I said, when the customer pays you and enters the UPI reference number, then if you have configured a webhook, then that UPI reference number along with the UroPay order ID or your merchant order ID gets sent to your server, and then your server can process whatever you want to do it. Either you just want to save it in a log file, or you just want to have a email sent to your customer, anything you want to do. So your developer will be able to tell you more about it by looking at the documentation. But this is just an introduction for you. So as a business owner, you might want this automation. And the way to go about it is you need to go to the webhook section in the dashboard down here, and you need to configure a webhook. What you need to know is that you can have unlimited webhooks. There's no limit to it. UroPay system will keep calling those webhooks in a loop and with the same information which is there in the documentation. So you tap on Add Webhook and a webhook modal will open. This is a very simple modal. You only have to enter two fields. One is the webhook URL field and the other is the alert email field. Webhook URL field is actually the script which is called when UroPay completes the order, updates the order, and when the customer actually enters the UPI reference number. So this can be anything. Let me write my own website here. And then we need to have an alert email here because sometimes webhooks will fail. Probably your developer gave a wrong script. So you need to know that the webhook has failed. So uh, we will enter our email, and then we just add a webhook. And you can see that I have added a webhook here. And you can either delete this webhook or enable or disable this webhook. When the webhook is disabled, this URL will not be called by Europay's system. It is as good as being deleted, but this means that by the time you're testing or your developer is still coding some more things, this will be in a disabled state. You don't have to delete it or you don't have to add it again. This is how it works, and this is how webhooks are very simple to add. And I'll see you in the next video.